Do it all the time if you use your smartphone for directions, because I always get lost. Google might be about to change the way you get from here to there.
10 News reporter Eric Glasser shows you how the Google Maps app is incorporating landmarks into its turn-by-turn directions and why that idea is getting some mixed reviews.
Yeah, think about it. If you give somebody directions, is it more likely that you tell them to hang a right on Dakota Avenue, a particular street, or is it more likely that you tell them to hang a right at McDonald's using a landmark? Well, that is the idea and logic behind Google Maps' new app feature. And in an area like Tampa Bay, which has a lot of tourism, that has pros and cons.
I think so, because you're not as familiar with the roads.
Monica Cannon is visiting from San Diego. So if her map app suddenly told her something like,
use the right lane to take the Florida 618 Toll East ramp,
Monica would basically be lost. But tell her to hang a right at Starbucks? No problem.
I think for tourists, they can get that. People can figure it out.
On social media, a few Google guinea pigs say that their map app is already giving them the new verbal directions. And while some definitely have reasons to like the idea,
I'm bad with street names. Especially with this area. I feel like, landmarks are a lot more easier to find.
not everyone is sold on it quite yet. What if you're in an area without landmarks? What happens if a restaurant closes down or a landmark store goes out of business?
Frequent updates would be needed to make sure that it's accurate.
We also asked professional drivers, folks who often rely on a little Google guidance, what they think.
We have spring breakers, we have spring training, all of that going on. That would help traffic move, I think, a lot quicker.
In fact, most Uber drivers seem to like the idea, some considering the landmark lingo safer, too.
And you can see it, out of the corner of your eye, a McDonald's or Publix sign.
Anything will help, because sometimes you can't really see the streets, or it'll say 1,000 feet when it's 500, so a landmark would be helpful.
head north on US.
For now, the Google Maps update is still in its testing stages, along with a few other ideas, all aimed at making even unfamiliar terrain a little easier to navigate. In Tampa, Eric Glasser, 10 News.
We don't know when Google might roll out its landmark version of turn-by-turn direction. So far, it looks like it's testing it out in only a few select cities.
I got mixed up one time using Google up in Pasco.
Yeah.
And it sent me by a cemetery, take Cemetery Road or whatever, and then I jumped on another road and I just looked for 275. Just get me out of here.
There's your landmark, 275.
Yep, 275.
Yeah. But